Welcome, peoples. Welcome to another episode of the Blunt Truth. I am your host, Full Circle 420. This episode is going to be High Thoughts Part 2. High Thoughts Part 2. I like to sit here and, think about things again when I'm high. Oh, that's my ice cream bar. When I first got it, on the box it said, this is rubber, do not eat. So I'm like wondering, there is no way in hell anybody get high like that they don't recognize that this is not real ice cream. But I am, but this is the Tide Pod generation too. So all right. Before I get started on my High Thoughts podcast, I'd like to give a couple of shout outs to First Lady of the West Coast, to Richera, to all the sponsors of the Travel and Vegan Canada website, to V Castillo, to First Lady of the West Coast, and to all the fellow writers on the cannabis website. All right, so here we go. Like I said, today's topic is going to be high thoughts part two. Like I said, you want to when you get high, it's always something that's like you think about real deep, but you didn't really think about it at first. But then we high as hell, you be like, damn, wait a minute, something doesn't make sense, or I was just thinking about something, or anything like that. So since it is called High Thoughts Part Two, I of course I got a couple of high thoughts myself. Like number one, I was just thinking about this the other day where I was talking to a friend of mine and I'm trying to invite her on this podcast. She said she'll think about it. She's not really into cannabis or anything like that, but that's not all we talk about here. That's just one of the main points. It is called the blunt truth, but however, the blunt truth means not only the blunt truth, but like, what you say is truth, what you say is facts, anything like that. And also, I had a this is my second episode because I do these episodes a week. I had an episode with a friend of mine, and it was good. It was about death and the boomerang effect. However, due to updates and stuff like that, I lost that file. And I can't really repeat something like that went in depth about the subject, but it's not the same energy. You can't really repeat it. So unfortunately, I had to move on for that one. I couldn't retrieve the file or anything like that. I wish I could have. So what can you do? Huh? Okay, so I thought, like I said, one day I was just sitting here thinking about, a friend of mine, like I said, a friend of mine, we just got through talking about the whole, religion, spirituality, and stuff like that, right? The whole belief in God and, whatever you believe in, though, right? So, so I was just thinking about something like, wait a minute, wait a minute. So this particular God of Christianity, or used to be the God of the it's the God of the Hebrew Israelites and Christians and all them other people, right? So I was just thinking about like, wait a minute, wait. So they say God, who Yahweh, whatever we want to call him, Allah, whatever we want to call him. They say God is omnipresent, omnipotent, and the most powerful being in the universe. And this guy knows everything even before it happens. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. If this guy knows everything before it happens, then he must have known that people like Pol Pot, Hitler, Ted Bundy, Rich Ramirez, all these uh even Eileen Warnos, all these serial killers were born because God knew who they were and what they were before they was born on this earth. So if your God knew that, then means your God knew what these people would do after they were born, after they grow up. He knew what they would do. He knew what was on their minds, on their hearts, anything like that. But then if he knew, then if this guy knew that, why was these people born in the first place? I mean, for real. There had to be some kind of signals to the parents, to the mother who was pregnant with these people that, man, I don't know about birthing this child, man. This child might do something. I know they had that feeling, but it's like, you know what? I'm gonna birth them anyway. So that means to tell me, since your God knows everything that before it happens, that means you guy knew about all their victims. You guy knew how they was going to kill them. You guy knew the date, the time, the year, the place where these will take place. So, hmm. So I'm just saying, like, if your guy knew everything that before it happens, then everything he brought about, every person he brought about, allowed them to do something. He allowed them to do something, knowing that they was going to do it in the first place because he knew them before he knew what they was going to do before they were even born. So that means your God's not very powerful. Your God's not very powerful, isn't it? I'm just saying, like, dude. I mean, if you want to believe in all of it, let's believe in all of it. Believe in the good and the bad, though. You know what I'm saying? Just don't believe all the good, and when the bad happen, that means you're gonna get some scapegoat get some scapegoat called this so-called Satan, and he's like the worst motherfucker in the world, and he everything that bad happens is according to him. But they fail to realize. I mean, some of these Christians don't read their Bibles, so I do because I read the Bible, the Quran, the Kabbalah, the uh the Torah, the Babylonian Talmud. I even read the Book of Mormon. I read the if there's a there's religious literature out there, chances are I read it. So it all is the same thing, just like in society and culture, every culture has different ways of doing the same shit. Whether you believe in the whole spiritual system, whether you believe in gods and goddesses, whether you believe in the praying 5 times daily, whatever you believe, that a motherfucker just on a cross, whether you believe that this so-called guy named Yahweh just created every goddamn thing, created the universe too, so he's far beyond the universe, right? Okay, well, I mean, to each his own, and I do not try to change anybody's narrative to fit my own. I'm just pointing out some inconsistencies in this religious world, whatever you have it though, you know what I'm saying? So I don't belong to a religion. That's obviously the way I speak, but I am not an atheist though. But I do agree with some of what they say. Just saying. And I make it a point in life. I make it a point not to accept anybody else's labels that is outside of me. Though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I had one person call me an atheist. I told him straight up, I'm not anything what you think I am though. So if I say I'm an atheist, then that's what it is. If I say I'm not an atheist, that's what it is. Only I can make that determination. Nobody else can, though. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not being narcissistic. That's just being straight up. Like, how can anybody else? How can one grain of sand name another grain of sand? You know what I'm saying? You're a grain of sand on the whole universe of a beach. Who are you? Who are you to who are you to tell me I have to accept what you call me? Anyways, so you know what I'm saying? So I mean that's just one of many thoughts I have. Like if God knew about everybody, like he knew about the killers, the rapists, the thieves, the robbers, the motherfucking petty criminals and shit like that. I mean, it is what it is though, but that means to tell me that the very God you believe in watched every woman get sexually violated and men too, watched every woman and man too get killed by serial killers. This guy watched Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac Killer, Son of Sam, uh, the uh, the Hillside Strangler, the Night Stalker, the Preppy Killer, aka Ted Bundy. You know what I'm saying? He knew all about these people, and and this God allowed them to do what they do because this so-called he, this so-called he knew all about this shit. So I mean, who am I to say? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to say? Maybe, I'm just saying like maybe these people got killed because I mean, if we could go back in time, I wonder if we could go back in time and and kill Ted Bundy before he started killing all these damn women. As a matter of fact, make sure he's never born. Kill his mother. Make sure he's never born. He might be not be, but crazy about this, if we do that, he may not be born with that woman or that man, but he will be born in another family, and the shit will go. The shit will still keep going though. So one thing about the universe, if you try to manipulate the universe to your way, the universe is going to bounce back and say, that's not the way it's going to happen. This is the way it's going to happen. And you're going to make this moment go in another path to achieve that what's happening though, you know what I'm saying? So what would happen if we go back in time? If we go back in time, kill the serial killers before they was even born, like, kill their mothers, kill their fathers, shit like that. What if those victims that they killed was part of some catastrophic event though? You know what I'm saying? Like, why was these particular people victims of these serial killers and then all these robbers and all this other stuff, right? Maybe. And then, oh, and by the way, Ted Bundy, he committed white crime. So I mean, what about that? White crime. Yeah. hmm He killed a third of he killed not even a third of his own women though, you know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, he also killed a little girl too at 12. What if we go back in time and prevent him from killing all those women? What would have really happened to Ted Bundy? What would really happen to the world if all those women were still living? What would have happened? What would happen if Ted Bundy never killed anybody and just, lived his life? He probably could have been something great. He could have. He could have. Like, what if? What if Pablo Escobar was never introduced to the dope game? What if? And this is another high thought too, by the way. What if Pablo Escobar was never into the dope game? What if Anakin Skywalker never turned to the dark side? What would have happened if all these events like El Chapo, Pablo Escobar, the Godmother, all these other Ricky Freeway, Ricky Freeway Ross, White Boy Rick, you know what I'm saying? What would happen if we could go back and change all these events? What would happen to the world if uh Ricky Ricky Freeway Ross, Ricky Freeway Ross, what would happen if he was never a big time drug dealer? What would happen if slavery never even existed in the United States? What would happen if England never visited over here, never came over here? What would happen if this land we call so-called United States was actually Turtleback Island? What if slavery never happened in the United States? What if this was never even the United States to begin with? I mean, it wasn't, but what if the United States never existed? What if Africa as a continent was a superpower? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you put things in perspective, to all these catastrophic events that happen, to all these events that happen, these events happen for a specific reason, though. So for us to go back and change those events and make sure that none of this even happened, then what would happen in the future? We go back to say go back to where Ray Taylor was born, whatever, Rich Ramirez born, all these other people were born, right? What if we could either kill them or change their way they think and change their path in order for them not to do what they did so history would look more favorable for them. What would happen if we go now after we prevent that? What would happen if we go back to the future to the same year we in now? What would have happened if we went back there and now we just changed the events to the future? Maybe, like I said, maybe everybody was born for a specific reason, whatever. I'm just saying, like, what if we go back and change? I'm keep saying this. What we go back and change? What would happen? What I would think happen is that shit would be worse than what it is now, though. You know what I'm saying? Shit would be worse than what it is now, though. You know what I'm saying? It'd be, to me, we go back and change history. Shit would be worse than what it is today. Only difference is everything will probably run in reverse. That there'll be such thing called black privilege. White people will be the low rung on the total pole in the United States. The United States will never be a country. It will still be Turtleback Island, well, just with a government. You know what I'm saying? There would have been never no red, white, and blue. When we go to wars to other countries, it may sound all good on paper, but what if now all that happens? Like even the Simpsons, like we go commit world peace, but then the aliens, the motherfuckers out of space came down to Earth and took it all over. As long as there's conflict, you know what I'm saying, that keeps other beings, away. Due to the fact of the matter is, due to the fact of the matter is, nobody wants to get in the middle of a conflict, a constant conflict. See, Earth. Oh, by the way, this is another high thought. Earth is the most catfished ass planet in this whole goddamn galaxy because they see Earth, they say, "Oh, Earth is so beautiful. Look at that, it's blue and white, and all these continents on here, and all this blue water. You know what I'm saying? It's looks round. It's a beautiful looking planet. All the rest of these other planets, so they don't got what Earth got. So we can actually go here and live. There's this thing called there's human beings on this planet. Hey, let's go visit. As soon as they get to this planet and see how fucked up things are, they be like, oh, hell no. Uh-uh. Hell no. We getting the fuck up out of here. It's aliens always visit, but they never stay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who out of the whole damn galaxy, out of this whole Milky Way galaxy, the Earth is like the best, the worst planet there is. No, you know what I'm saying? It's the best because it looked better than the 9 planets. And yes, Pluto's still a planet. The 9 planets that's in the solar system, it's the best looking one, but it's the most catfished one too. It's like meeting a girl, right? You see her picture on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and she like, damn, she look good. Face all perfect, skin smooth, she got a nice little body on her. But then when you meet this bitch in real life, you like, oh no. When did you take this picture? Oh, I took this picture when I was 18. Um, you're 35 now. You definitely don't look like that. That's what I thought I was getting. But it said I got you. Well, let's just make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what Earth is. It's a catfish. You know what I'm saying? It looks beautiful on picture and far away. When you get up close to it, it's like, oh, this is an ugly motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an ugly motherfucker, man. I told you. This is the worst catfished ass. This is the best and worst catfished ass planet we on, though. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty other galaxies that planets are probably better and more advanced than us. You know what I'm saying? They probably got 12G over there already. You know what I'm saying? They probably got TVs that can get satellites that can beam across the world in less than 2 seconds type shit though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it's possible. I mean, it's kind of arrogant to think that we're the only motherfuckers in this whole goddamn galaxy, though. That's some arrogant type shit, though. And the galaxy's huge to the mother. I mean, you see it on pictures. Well, you see renditions of a galaxy on pictures, but you know how long it would take to travel every planet in the whole goddamn galaxy? If you ever seen Star Trek Voyager, you'll understand, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like I said, Earth is the most catfished ass planet. Hell, in the United States, oh man, the United States is a catfish ass country too. They're like, give me your poor, give me your huddle, give me your masses and stuff like that. But as soon as you get in this motherfucker, you be like, oh no, what is this? The United States is ghetto as hell. Dude, it's like if people want to see what the United States government really is, watch any movie, I swear, watch any movie that has to do with the Roman Empire, and it will let you know how the United States is, how the United States really runs. Though, you know what I'm saying? The elections are rigged. You got to be part of the family to get voted in, and we all know what family we talking about. But that's another subject I'll touch on because I this is only a 30 minute to an hour and a half podcast. So if I would touch on that, um, I don't have enough time to record. And nobody's gonna sit around watching 6, 7, 8, some maybe 10-hour podcast. Nobody's gonna sit around and listen to that. 10 minutes? Hell no. Shit, because a person's attention span is only a person can only pay attention to something the first 3 minutes, and after that, you lose interest. It's usually the most intelligent people that has that, you know, that short attention span. Because I know I got it though, man. I cannot if it doesn't interest me, I cannot look at it though. Like for instance, in social mind try to get me to look at these Chinese soap operas, you know, this bushy bullshit that has like gods and goddesses or kingdoms and shit like that. And they got, you know, battle and they got lines and fall in love and stuff like that. Usually I like shit like that though, you know what I'm saying? But that shit's just corny to me though. I don't know. I don't understand. I try to watch it. I watched this show called Ashes of Love, you know what I'm saying? I try to watch it, but I just couldn't get into it because the shit was corny. Like movies, things like that, I can't get into because I don't believe in the whole romantic bullshit, the whole corny romantic bullshit. No, no, no. If I was to see a movie with romance and stuff like that, it had to be like a movie, like it had to be like a TV show, like Spartacus, if you will, or like Eno's old school warrior movies. You know what I'm saying? Because only way you get love is through conflict and peace, and the forging of battle that forge two hearts together to make one, and they will live and die together under the sword or the gun. See that shit I like the Django, for instance, or like a Birth of a Nation, the real Birth of a Nation, not that bullshit they had at the White House back in 1913, where the fuck with the Nat Turner story. That's the real Birth of a Nation to me, though. You know, so I like shit like that. But corny ass soap operas, I can't deal with that. I'm sorry. I tried. I try to get to anything someone tells me about, but if the shit's corny, if the shit's whack, the shit's whack to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Me, like I said, I like shit like, you know, Forge in the battle, you find love in the battlefield, stuff like that. You'll ride or die on it because it's you against everybody else, though. That's the shit I like, though. You know what I'm saying? Or like other movies, by the way, it's another hot dog. Other movies like the Saw Saga, though. You know what I'm saying? I love that. No, Saga's six. It has seven. Like I'll call it Saga for that until I figure out what they call when movie goes into 7 parts. But it's a saga to me, though. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the Saw saga is like one of the most, one of the best pieces that I've ever seen. Written all the best movies I've ever seen, though. And I'm a writer myself, so I love good writing, though. That's some good ass writing, though. Right there, you know that Saw thing. That's some goddamn good ass writing right there. Yes, sir, it is. Because some fact of the matter is, they call him they call Jigsaw a serial killer, but in actuality, he never actually, well, the original Jigsaw never actually killed anybody. He just put them in positions to kill them, to, you know, either survive or you die because they did something fucked up to their fellow human being or they took their life right. They didn't even know fuck with innocent motherfuckers, though, you know. So they didn't oh, Joe Blow down the street, he littered. He didn't fuck with people like that. You know, he fuck with people like the rapists, the murderers, the racists, the shit like that, though. You know what I'm saying? Either you sacrifice a piece of yourself or you die. Simple as that. That's not so complicated. You only get complicated on the seventh one, though. You know what I'm saying? But You gotta go watch the Saw saga. Yeah, that's good too. You know. And another high thought I had, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I sit here watch these. I play these video games, right? So yeah, this is one video game I've been playing for a year, and I'm not gonna change anytime soon because I beat the game before, which was surprising. But there's other levels to it, so it's kind of like an infinite game, though. You know, this game called Fallout 4. Of course, I mean the game is old as hell, so you know what I'm saying. I guess anybody who has a PlayStation 4 or 5, whatever, no, PlayStation 4, they played, or PlayStation 2, 3, or 4, they played Fallout, you know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And, you know, and now they got this Fallout 70, 76, and then I don't know what the next one is, but Fallout 4 was basically what would happen if the United States went through a nuclear holocaust and everybody had to be, you know, freeze chamber below. Uh, it was a dude that he was froze below for over 200 years. He come back, the whole world's destroyed, and there's these radiation animals, and there's these droids and these androids and this army that, you know, that wasn't even around before, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's some weird shit, but basically I call that life. I call that art imitating life, because if the United States don't get their shit together, that's exactly what's going to happen. Only difference is, won't be a nuclear holocaust. It'll be the, you know what? You know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to say that because, like I said, this is only a 30-minute to an hour and a half podcast. So I cannot touch on certain subjects because that will go to a rabbit hole so goddamn deep. I would have to do this all over again. No, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, nobody's going to watch a 10-hour podcast on a subject that, you know what I'm saying, we're all thinking it, but we just can't discuss it right now. But anyway, like I said, though, I call it art imitating life, though, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you never played that game before, which, you know, unless you live on a damn rock, unless you're, you know, one of those women that don't play video games, which is okay though. You know, check the game out and play the game. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I say video games. People who think of video games think of like their fantasy, the best fantasy world, the best fantasy world for themselves, and they put it out on video game like Mortal Kombat or um, Fallout 4, GTA 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I guess 6 is gonna be coming out soon. I don't know. All these PlayStation games, all these Nintendo games, there's somebody else's fantasy, you know, so there's somebody else's thing in their fantasy, but they just put it on a video game though, or somebody else's real life situations, and just put it in. You get like Duck Hunt, old school. Yeah, I know. Who doesn't hunt ducks? You know, duck hunt, pow pow, pow pow every day. You know, the dog go get them after you shoot them, and then you got, you know, that pow pow. You gotta shoot, then they go faster, pow pow. You know what I'm saying? And then the dog go pick them up. See, somebody, you know, whoever invented that game looked at a video or did this themselves and did duck hunting and just made the video game though. But you know, back in the day, Nintendo was using video games to teach us something. Teach us how to code break, teach us how to coding, teach us how to hand-eye coordination, taught you how to proofread, taught you how to, you know, taught you pretty much everything though. Patterns, repetitions, you know what I'm saying? Taught you all about that. So to me, that's why, you know, Nintendo's the best game system there was. You notice I said there was and not there is, because they no longer go by what they was teaching. Now they just go by entertainment, which it loses all value. Every game loses all value. That's why I got me an old school one, old school Nintendo. You know, so I play sometime because I'm a retro gamer myself. So you know, that's another thing about me. Okay, another high thought I had. Let's see. Another high thought I had. I love nature. Nature is so cool. Nature is wonderful, but also there's an opposition to nature as well. Yes, there are some things in nature that can kill you, like spiders, hyenas, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. You know what I'm saying? There's certain plants that can kill us too. There's certain algae that can kill us, certain bugs that can kill us, certain plants that can, pretty much chew us up on the inside out, like pineapples, for instance. Now, pineapples are good, but they will eat the animal. They will eat your skin inside your mouth if you eat them for too long though. So yeah, pineapples are good and they're not good for you at the same time though, which is weird as hell, but that's nature for you. Even too much water can kill you. That's crazy though. I didn't realize that. And do you know how much weed you have to smoke just to get a over just to get to a just to get to the brink of an overdose? You will have to smoke 1,500 pounds to get close to an overdose on weed in 15 minutes. You have to smoke 1,500 pounds of weed in 15 minutes in order to get close to an overdose. Ain't that some shit? Mm-mm. 1,500 pounds in 15 minutes. Hell, not even Snoop Dogg, Cheech or Chung or Twista or any other or Wiz Khalifa or any of those weed smokers. Even they put every weed smoker together. Even they couldn't do that in 15 minutes. Maybe one person could smoke a yeah, not everybody. People cannot smoke a pound. So 1,500 pounds of weed, you gotta get 1,500 people to smoke 1 pound. That's equivalent to getting 1,500 people to smoke 1 pound each. You know what I'm saying? Even a pound won't overdose you. But one person, 1,500 pounds in 15 minutes? Hell no. Not in the slightest. Not if you got lungs of Superman, that shit's impossible. You know what I'm saying? So, no. And contrary to popular belief, weed is definitely not a gateway drug. Well, okay, that's the part I lied about. Weed is a gateway drug. Weed turned me into a serial killer when I first started smoking it because I killed Tony the Tiger. I killed this pimp called Sugar Bear. I killed King Vitamin. I killed the Toucan. I killed Toucan Sam. He was a real Fruit Loop. I killed Count Chocula. I killed Frankenberry. I killed Barney and Fred. And after they made the pebbles, you know what I'm saying? I killed them all. Hell, I even killed Cheerios. I killed Snap Crackle and Pop. You know what I'm saying? I killed them all. And then I murdered a bag of Lay's chips. Yes, marijuana does lead to other things. It leads to cereal, potato chips, cookies, big things of water. You buying one of those water things, with the big bottles, like the Culligan, old school Culligans, but it's you put in your little water filter. You know what I'm saying? That's what we lead to. You buying a water filter for $1.99 and get deliveries every month. Get deliveries of 4 or 5 gallon tubs a month. I drink a lot of water. What can I say? I love water. Water's the shit. So God, I believe that's what marijuana leads you to. Making smart decisions while everybody else saying you doing stupid shit. Man. So I mean, like I said, nature is so fucking awesome, but sometimes it can kill you as well. And that's where everything has a opposition though. You know what I'm saying? So what's good for you can also be bad for you as well. Just saying. There's a such thing called too much of a good thing. So yeah, we gotta watch out for that as well. So that's a high thought I have. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, my. Okay, well, it's going to have to be my last high thought because I'm coming to the end. My last high thought, and this is most important. My last high thought is this. What the hell? I'm gonna say this one more time. What the hell is up with this conflict with men and women again, though? Every time I go on YouTube, there's always this high value man, low value man. This I blame women for my problems, men, women I blame men for my problems. I hate all men. I hate all women. I don't date black women. I don't date white women. I don't date this woman. I don't date that woman. I don't. I don't date tall women. I don't date short men. I don't date flat chested women. I don't date man. You know, all this other dumb shit though, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfucker, this ain't pick a motherfucker. This ain't choose a bitch either. You get what you get, goddamn it. You get what you get. There's nothing gonna change that. I mean, you get plastic surgery, you know, all this other dumb shit. But you get what you get, goddamn it. There's no such thing as a perfect human being. As a matter of fact, there's no such thing as perfection. Perfection is an illusion, though. You know what I'm saying? What exactly is perfection anyway? Can you show me the example of perfection? Can you show me an example of something that is used over time and it still looks the same and it doesn't die out, though? You know what I'm saying? Can you show me that? Go to nature, show me any perfect animal. The animal dies too. I mean, hell, a tortoise can live up to 200 years, but guess what? Eventually, that tortoise got to die too. You know what I'm saying? So, so hell, the oldest living tortoise lived to 200 and I think like 212 or something like that. 212 or some years or something like that. I don't know. I guess that was the record. I could be wrong. I have to look it up later, but I'm just probably just estimating. But they can live for a long, long time. But even they're not perfect, though. You know what I'm saying? There is nothing in this universe. There isn't anything in this universe, anything on this earth, anything on the other planet can show me an example of perfection because perfection does not exist. Perfection is only in the eyes of the person who think perfection exists. You see what I'm saying? So, like I say, you get what you get, man. Look, all this whole I don't date this, I don't date that. Yes, there is a thing called preferences. Like I would like me personally, I would never date a transgender whatever because that's not my preference. I I won't date a transgender for the same reason why I won't date a non-transgender man because that's definitely not my preference. I like women. I like women who were born females, with the double X chromosome and you know what they call them now. They don't call them women anymore. They call them menstruating person. Oh my goodness, that is the dumbest I've ever heard in my life. What the hell is a menstruating person? I don't know any menstruating people. I don't know who those people are. They're aliens or what they're I mean, they're aliens or something. They're like another species of a human being or something like that. I don't know these mistreating people, wherever the hell they call them. Though. I don't know who they are, but I never met a mistreating person before. I never have. I've been here. I've been on here for 40 years. I met all kinds of. I met people from the motherland. I met people from Yugoslavia. I met people from Japan, China, Vietnam, South Korea, and North Korea after they ran away. I met people from Australia. I met people from England. I met people all over the world. Hell, even Canada. But I never met a mistreating person before. I don't know what that is. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help? You know, this podcast is going on my on Spotify too as well. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to it on Spotify, Google Radio, Apple Podcasts, Anchor. You know what I'm saying? That's where my platform is at. So whoever doesn't, it's not subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is Full Circle 420. They won't be able to see this, but they will be able to hear it on Anchor, Spotify, Google Radio, Apple Podcasts, and many other other platforms as well. So yeah, so can somebody help me tell me what a administrating person is, because I never heard of these people in my life. I've heard of women who can menstruate, but I never met a menstruating person before. I mean, is that like the ancestor of women or something? Is that like a new breed of woman or something? Or I get it. That's like a one being with multiple genders, but they have menstruating cycles. Is that That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, man. I never heard of menstruating person, but I've heard of women though. That's what I heard of women. You know what I'm saying? And as far as I can tell, only women, females, natural born females, can menstruate. So yeah, I guess not. I guess so. And if by the way, if anybody have any doubt that only women can have children, why don't y'all ask the 7.4 billion motherfuckers, including myself, can only natural born females can have children? 7.4 billion people, that's proof enough right there. Last time I checked, we ain't no damn seahorses. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, the anatomy of a seahorse is this: the female carries the term, that pass the birthing pouch to the father so he could push him out. The father itself does not give birth. He just gets a pouch and he pushes them out. He has no ovaries or uterus, no vagina or whatever they have down there, whatever seahorse anatomies there are, but they're not eggs neither. So obviously, I think that obviously they do it carnally, penis, vagina, like that. So it's the female who carries the children to term, but when it's time to birth them, she passes that pouch to the male because I guess the male is strong enough to push him out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but so like I said, male seahorses does not give birth. Please look at the anatomy of a seahorse before y'all start saying that bullshit. So yeah, last time I checked, only people who can actually have children is when a man comes in contact with a woman, and 7.4 billion people. That's not a social construct. That's a definite fact. Just saying. Um. So yeah, that's another high thought, but it's a true thought as well, though. No, seriously, when you get high, a lot of things come out though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things you start thinking about it, and then you start saying, fuck it, I'll just tell the truth no matter what. I mean, I can't be canceled because number one, I'm not famous at all. I mean, I'm not even known. I'm known through local, occurrences, but not even local, just semi-local. You know what I'm saying? Like people may say, "Hey, I see this podcast on YouTube. I don't have no million subscribers or anything like that. I don't have. Hell, I barely got 100. Shit. I'm hoping to change that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you do, you click subscribe and you know, give me that thumbs up and follow my channel. You'll find all kinds of nuggets in there, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this whole conflict with men and women, this shit's tiresome, man. I am too old to be conflicted with a woman based upon some ill-gotten feeling that she got about men who may look like me or may talk like me or may whatever. I didn't do it to you. I didn't fuck you and dumped you. I didn't pump and dumped you. You know what I'm saying? So stop. The reason I'm not even in a relationship right now is because of this whole fucking conflict, though. Man, you know what I'm saying? I just don't feel like hearing the bullshit. Look, let's just make one thing clear, right? There is no such thing as a high value man or woman. If you especially think about materialistic bullshit, just because you got a lot of money, that's not necessarily mean you're high value. Because I've met some of the worst motherfuckers in my life. They've been to college, they got master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, doctorates, and some of these motherfuckers I met are the worst motherfuckers I've ever met. Though, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, just because you have a good job and you make a lot of money, does not necessarily make you a high value person. What makes you high value, if there was such a thing, then what makes you high value is the content of your character, the fact that anything you keep your word. And the fact of the matter is that you don't try to change nobody's narrative to fit your own. That is a high value person. So this other young and dumb bullshit, man, that shit toss out the window because it's stupid, it's irrelevant, and it's useless. No, you know what I'm saying? Like this whole conflict with men and women, this shit's tiresome, man. Can we go back to the time where you know what I'm saying? I got me and woman actually flirt with each other while somebody saying me too, me too. Can we go back to the time we could tell a dirty joke? We could tell a joke without nobody getting all hypersensitive or shit like that. Can we go back to that time? Can we go back to the time where, say we could just watch TV for its entertainment value and not worry about some well, actually we never had that time because everything we watched from the time we was little from the time down always had some kind of agenda to it though, you know what I'm saying, or some kind of message to it. Hell, don't believe me? Watch those old Disney cartoons. Don't believe me again? Watch Tom and Jerry. Don't believe me again? Watch Mighty Mouse. Don't believe me again? Watch Underdog. Watch Scooby Doo. Watch Scooby Doo. Watch Flintstones. Watch Grape Ape. Every last one of these TV shows, movies, cartoons was telling us something. Though you know what I'm saying? Like for instance, go watch the original X Men. Who does Professor X and Magneto remind you of? I want you to think back through the civil rights movement. Of course, everybody should know this if you're a Marvel fan that Professor X represents Martin Luther King and Magneto represents Malcolm X, though, you know what I'm saying? Each with his own way for the same goal, though, you know what I mean? So, so yeah, there's always been some kind of agenda watching whatever you watch, so we can never get away from that, though. So that's just what you're thinking. Can we? I'm saying, can we just normalize complimenting the motherfucking female? What I heard he's talking about, talking about people sexual harassing her, though. You know what I'm saying? Can we normalize that? I'm like, damn. I'm actually. What's crazy is I never thought this would be the day I'm actually spooked about talking to a woman. Trying to get to know her and shit. I seriously, I've never been spooked before talking to a woman, man. Because I mean, what's the worst thing a woman say? No. Okay, she can say no. You know what I'm saying? But that, no, but you say no, I'm not interested. Okay, fine, cool, whatever. But some of these women be vicious with it, and then I be hearing reports that men beating up women, killing women because they turned them down. What kind of shit is that, man? I'm like, dude, what kind of shit is this, man? I feel like Rip Van Winkle, and I woke up 20 years later and everything just fucking changed. One minute you on top of the world, you got your girl, you know what I'm saying, and you got females trying to holler at you, but you know what I'm saying. It's like fuck it, I'm not with that. It's too tiresome to be cheating, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too fucking lazy at the time. You know what I'm saying? Well, not at the time, but one of the times I was just too fucking lazy to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because, it was pointless. It had no profitability to it whatsoever. So fuck it. But can we just go back to that time where a woman looks good, but she don't have to reveal too much of herself? So keep the mystery. I like mystery myself though. If I can already see everything, you just basically, I don't know. I mean, women can wear whatever the fuck they want to. I don't really give a shit. I ain't gonna shame you what you're wearing. But can we just normalize, put some mystery to it? You can still wear your tight fitted outfits, but put some mystery to it, though. You know what I'm saying? Make a motherfucker think. Make a motherfucker think. Okay, you like, well, maybe she won't have this, but soon as y'all get home, bam, surprise, bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Not honestly, not modesty, but put some little mystery to it again, though, man. 'Cause I don't know. Most men like mystery, though. Most men like. I wonder what she looked like outside those clothes. I wonder what she looked like without that wig. I wonder what she looked like without that, without those eyelashes, without that weave, without her. Well, maybe she got her eyebrows, but without that makeup on, what does she look like? What's she? Who's the real? Who's the real woman here? Who's this person that I'm introducing myself to? Am I introducing myself to the woman itself, or am I introducing? to her representative. And by the way, when I'm gonna let you in on a little secret before we end this podcast, men like women want to meet women at their worst. That's why when you wear jogging pants, hair tied to the back, no makeup or hat, whatever, that's when you are targets. Well, not target, but that's when we hold in on you like, okay, she actually look good without, everything. So let's go holler at this woman though. You know what I'm saying? So that's the secret right there. You've been wondering, every time I dress up, no man want to talk to me. But now I'm all bummy, quote unquote bummy. Men want to talk to me because we see you at your worst. Why you really think a man wants to go to a laundromat? Shit. You really think a man want to shop alone at Walmart? You really think what single man gonna shop alone at Walmart? Unless, I don't know, he's getting snacks or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Dude, we're there for a specific reason. We're there to see a fine looking woman, but looking at her worse. Just man, I'm just saying that's the truth of it right there. All right, people, my time is up. Tune in next week. I will have another podcast episode and hopefully my video could be uploaded on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everything goes straight. And I can load this on YouTube. I can load this on Anchor. And hopefully next week I can get my partner back. So I can get the person I did the podcast last week with. We can get that magic on. Not with the same subject though. I mean, that's they'll come around again, but it just has to have the same passion. You know what I'm saying? So my people's, oh, by the way, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Get those views up, get those subscribers up. So maybe if I get to 1,000 subscribers, then maybe I can start going live, so with my podcast. I'll go live, I say, hey, then, I have my audience, you know what I'm saying? Have my audience, ask me questions. I'll ask any questions. I don't really give a shit. I'm open book. But, so in conclusion, this podcast, I'm just gonna say this to my audience. Do not allow anyone to change your narrative to fit their own. And also do not allow people to label you something that you do not label yourself. All right, peoples. Good night and good night.